Jake Berman of the Berman Method. We are back where we believe that age should not define your distance. So we want to help everybody over the age of 60 hit the ball farther, increase their golf longevity. We do not want your bodies giving out on you, which is making you to stop golfing. We believe you should be able to golf as long as you want to, not when your body says you can't take it anymore. Today what I want to go over are 3 amazing hip mobility drills to help your golf game. And the reason why hip mobility is so important is because if your hips are not moving, what's the next level up from your hips? It's your back. So if your hips are not moving the way that it should, your back is going to have to work harder than it should. And what's the number one reason why golfers stop playing golf when they get older? It's because of back pain. It doesn't have to be that way. So let's focus on some hip mobility drills to keep you in the game, okay? So number 1, first thing that we want to do is take a band, just attach it to the wall. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of resistance here. And go ahead and just get into one leg here, right? The other leg is back here, so I got 90% of my weight on this front leg, 10% of my weight on this back leg. We're just going to take this and just see if you can hold it here. Just see if you can hold it. I got it extended, I got my core pulled in, so belly button's pulled in, got these muscles firing. You should feel muscles working in this leg already. So start here. If this feels easy, guess what we're going to do next? We're going to rotate. You don't have to rotate far. I'm rotating, I'm keeping my hands in front of my chest the whole time. I'm not letting my hands get away from in front of my chest. I'm not wrapping my arms around my body. Hands staying in front of my chest, knee is slightly bent. 90% of my weight's on this right leg, 10% on the left leg, just pretty much for balance back there. And I'm gonna rotate onto this right leg. What this is doing is it's creating internal rotation on this right leg. We've got to have internal rotation on both hips, especially on the backswing, because if we don't have internal rotation on the backswing, how the heck can we get there? We get there by arching our back, and that kills your back. So we want to get here, arms in front of us, slight bend, and rotate, keeping the hands in front of the chest. Belly button stays tight the whole time, and you should feel the hip working. Now, we're going to do a variation of that, okay? So we're going to call that 1A. Now we're going to go to 1B. Really like this one. This is going to be a normal stance here, okay? Just normal golf stance, feet shoulder width apart. One hand's going to go in front of you. The hand that's closest to the wall is going to just hug your body here. What we're going to do is we're going to go back, and then we're going to rotate. As we rotate, I let this arm wrap around me. So I'm really rotating the rest, stretching the band the rest of the way with my core. And what I'm doing is I'm internally rotating on this right leg again, okay? So I'm internally rotating on this right leg. This hand wrapped around me, this arm's right in front of me. And then I'm gonna just let it just wrap around. So I'm really using my core and my hip to stretch this band even farther. Same thing on the other side, right? Hand closest to the wall, hugs the body. This hand straight in front of you, athletic stance. As you rotate, just let this arm wrap around your body so that you can start rotating or stretching the band with your hips. Now I'm internally rotating this left leg. So that's 1B. We went over to 1A, that's 1B. Now, the next thing that I want to do is very important. We want to stretch out the insides of these hips here, okay? Because as we age, it kind of gets tighter like this. Things just get tighter from a lot of sitting. We sit more than we stand. So what I have here is an AirX pad. You can get a pillow or a couch cushion or anything. Just go ahead and get down on it, okay? So I'm kneeling on it. I'm going to put my other foot in front. This would be directly in front. It's hard to balance here. Don't need to be here. So just bring this foot out to the side because this is not a balance exercise. From here, what I want you to do is I want you to think about pulling your belt buckle up to your chest. So I'm rotating my hips. I'm doing a posterior pelvic tilt. Rotating this belt buckle up my hips. By doing that, I'm squeezing my glute. My left glute is helping me do this motion. As I do that, I immediately start to feel stretch on the inside of this inner left thigh. Keep that belt buckle up to the ceiling. Keep squeezing this left glute, and then just start leaning in that direction. And that's going to intensify this stretch. A lot of you guys watching this right now, you're not going to even have to lean because it's going to be tight enough just by pulling that belt buckle up, just like that. However, what you want to do is you want to get to where you can start getting way down into this thing here without arching your low back. We want to keep the belt buckle up and really get a really good stretch in there. Now this is a passive stretch, and if you know me, you know that I do not like passive stretches. We want to make every stretch dynamic or active because that will give us the chance for our brain to realize that we're gaining mobility, and we can keep that mobility. So as you go down there, I want you to do just a gentle activate. You just want to gently activate your knee into the cushion, trying to pull it that way, and then just hold it for 5 seconds. Just feeling that muscle activate a little bit harder, and then relax, and you should be able to go a little farther. Then activate it again, and then relax, and you can go a little farther. So we're making it a dynamic stretch, not a passive stretch. Do the same thing on the other side. Foot's not right in front of you, it's out to the side. Belt buckle up, and I'm kind of going into this diagonal. I'm not going forward, I'm not going to the side, I'm going diagonal. Then I'm going to drag my knee in, feel those muscles working, and then come out of it. Try that 5 times each side. So activate, relax, activate, relax, activate, relax 5 times. And it's not aggressive, it's just a little bit. Just feel the muscles working, okay? Now the third one. This is my least favorite one because it doesn't feel great. However, it has the ability to give you a big return on investment. All right? So I've recorded this one a time or two before. However, we're talking about hip mobility drills, so let's work on hip mobility. We got our feet slightly wider than our knees. Then I'm just going to take one and cross it over the other knee. And I'm just going to pull that knee down, so I'm internally rotating my right leg right now. And when I get there, remember we don't like passive stretches, I'm going to gently fight. So I'm trying to lift my knee back out, but this leg is pushing it back down. So I'm just gently activating here, okay? Then, this is where it's going to get a little bit better. We're going to take this leg and put it underneath it, then fight that leg. So I'm taking my right knee and pushing it into my left knee to try to give me a little more range, all right? We can spend 2 minutes in this position, switching back and forth, where this leg is now helping push my right leg into internal rotation. Then I'm going to fight coming out of it. Then I'm going to switch and put my leg underneath and try to push into internal rotation. So my right hip is pushing into internal rotation. This one's not fun, however, it's very effective because remember, we've got to have internal rotation to get into our backswing. If we don't have internal rotation, we're going to get it from extending our back, and that's going to take us out of the race. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because we're going to keep coming out with stuff every single week. All focused on golfers increasing distance off the tee and increasing your golf longevity. We're really focusing on helping golfers over the age of 60 increase distance off the tee and increase their golf longevity because your body should not give out on you. When performed correctly, the golf swing is not bad. Use muscles and the golf swing is not bad. So I'm going to keep giving you these little tips along the way, hopefully keep you moving and grooving even longer. All right, until next time, subscribe. Yes!